السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today, inshallah, we are going to study past simple tense and the regular and irregular verbs. At the beginning, there are three pictures on page 22. Look here, this is Carol. Carol arrived. Carol arrived. Carol arrived. So here, when Carol arrived home, Mark cooked dinner. When we say past simple and past simple, it means sequence. Verb, then another verb. Verb, then another verb. When past simple and past simple means verb, then verb. Some verb happened and then another verb happened. So here, when Carol arrived home, Mark cooked dinner. What is it? This is number one. Number B. Why? Because she arrived and he will begin cooking. So he started cooking after she arrived. Okay? This is past simple, past simple. Now, when Carol arrived home, Mark was cooking dinner. When I say was cooking, it means long action. Long action. So, Mark started cooking before and after. Before and after. Before Carol arrived and after Carol arrived. So it is past continuous. Past continuous started before the first verb and after the first verb. So this is the cooking. Here is the cooking. So when Carol arrived home, what was he doing? He was cooking. He is in the continuous, in the past. So this is number C. So she arrived and he was cooking before her coming and after her coming. So now, when Carol arrived home, Mark had cooked. Had cooked. When I say had cooked, it means he started cooking and finished. So he finished cooking before she arrived. So now she arrived. Yes, she arrived. He is finished. So the action finished before her arriving. So this is past perfect. It means the action happened earlier, before her coming, earlier, and finished. So this is past simple and past perfect. This is past simple and past continuous. This is past simple and past simple. So here, the answer, we use the past simple to show a sequence. The past simple to show a sequence. Past simple and past simple. So here, it means sequence. Verb after verb in the past. So here, a sequence of past events. Arrived, then cooked. Arrived, then cooked. Carol arrived, then Mark cooked. Number 2. We use the past continuous, this one, to show a long action. It means a long action. So here, long action. Long action that started before arrived. Started before arrived and was interrupted by it or continued after it. So this verb, this action was continuous in the past. It was interrupted, stopped, and then completed. So it is continuous. Number 3, we use the past perfect to show an earlier past event. Earlier past event. Past of the past. Past of the past, we say it earlier. Earlier. Earlier past event. Carol arrived, but Mark had cooked earlier. He finished cooking before her coming. So this is general introduction about the past tenses. Past simple and past perfect and past continuous. General introduction. Inshallah, in this unit, we will deal with these 3 types of past tenses. Now, there is a short passage. This passage is for what? To elicit grammar points. To find out some grammar points, not for the general meaning. So this text is non-authentic material. Non-authentic. Why? Because we use it just to take grammar from it or vocabulary from it. So here, the tale of glass cup and the baby. Why is it a tale? Because it is in the past. We want to speak about the past, so we use a tale in the past. Glass cup, the warrior, the one who fight in battles. Soldier. Soldier, warrior. Glass cup, the warrior, was very pleased. Was very pleased. Pleased, this is an adjective. Ed adjective. Pleased and pleasing. Like interested, interesting. Bored, boring. Amazed, amazing. Fascinated, fascinating. Exhausted, exhausting. Ed for the people and the ing for the situation or things. So he was very pleased with himself. Why? Because we want to choose from the 6 sentences above the text. So this is number 1. Because he had fought and won so many battles. This is number B. So number B is here. Number B. So now again, glass cup, the warrior, was very pleased with himself because he had fought and won so many battles. Is the fighting afterwards or before? The fighting happened after this or before this? Before. Why? Because had fought. Had fought, it means he did something in the past. Past of the past. This is in the past and this is the past of the past. Before. So he had fought and won. Also had won. had fought, and had won. So these are in the past of the past. So many battles. He posted to a woman, girl, to a woman friend. Posted, say, I'm very well. I'm better than other people. Yes? So he posted to a woman friend. What is it? Nobody can beat me. Nobody can beat me. Because I won all the time. I am the first all the time. I am not the second. So nobody can beat me. Now, in new line, it means the answer. Really? Who said this? Said the woman. So he said, nobody can beat me. The woman said, really? I know someone who can beat you. She said that she knows someone who can beat Glasgow. His name is Wasis. Glasgow? Yes. Glasgow, number F. Choose number F. Glasgow had never heard of Wasis. Heard of. Had never heard. In the past, perfect. So the action happened before this conversation. Before this conversation, he had never heard of Wasis. He immediately, soon, wanted to meet him and fight him. Because he knew that someone can beat him, he said, I want to see him. In the past, he wanted to meet him and fight him. So he was taken. He was taken. This is past in the passive. Past simple passive. He was taken. He did not take. Someone took him. Someone took him. So he was taken. He was taken to the women's village. The women pointed to a baby. When they arrived at the village, she pointed to a baby. Who or which? Baby who? Something? Which? She pointed to a baby who was sitting. Who was sitting? Number E. Who was sitting. So the verb here in the past continuous. Was sitting. He sat after her coming or before? Before and after. Before and after. So it is past continuous. Who was sitting and sucking a piece of sugar. He was sitting and he was sucking a piece of sugar on the floor of a TB, of a hut, a tent. Yes. There, she said. That is Wasis. There. That is Wasis. He is little. He is little. But he is very strong. He said, look at him. This is Wasis. He is little, but he is very strong. Glasgow laughed and went up to the baby. Laughed, then he went up to the baby. I am Glasgow. I am Glasgow. Fight me. He told him that he is Glasgow. I am Glasgow. Fight me. He shouted. Who is he?
The baby. Glasgow.
Glasgow. Glasgow shouted. Little Wasis looked at him for a moment. The little baby looked at Glasgow for a moment. for a while. Then he opened his mouth. The baby looked at glass cup and opened his mouth. Wow! Wow! He screamed. So this wa is screaming. Glass cup. Glass cup. D. Glass cup had never heard such a terrible noise. It's the first time he heard this noise. So he had never heard such a terrible noise before. It's the first time. What is it? He danced a war dance and sang some war songs. So he danced a war dance, dancing for war, and sang some war songs to encourage himself. This singing, why? To encourage himself, to prepare himself. Yes, Wasis screamed louder. Wasis screamed louder. Wah, wah, wah. What is it? Glass cup covered his ears. He covered his ears and ran out of the TV. He left the place. He closed his ears, he covered it, and went out of the TV, of the tent. After he had run a few miles, after he had run for a few miles, maybe he arrived at the Islamic University. On the other side of the Islamic University, he listened. Was it? Yes. He stopped and listened. He stopped and listened. The baby was still screaming, continuous. Before, he screamed before and after. He started screaming before and after the listening. So, it's number C. The baby was still screaming. Glass cup, the fearless who is not fear, who is the fearless, was terrified. Terrified or terrifying? Terrified, because for the person. Terrified for the person. He was terrified. This is an adjective. It is an adjective. Like pleased. Pleased and terrified are the past participle, but they are used as an adjective. So the past participle has three meanings: verb in the perfect, adjective, and verb in the passive. So it is called past participle. Why? Because it has three meanings: verb, adjective, verb in the perfect, adjective, ed adjective, and verb in the passive. So this is past participle used as an adjective. And the pleased at the first line of the paragraph, it is adjective. He ran on. He continued running and was never seen. Was never seen. This is passive. Was never seen again in the women's village. So Glass Cup left the place and he did not return back anymore. He had never seen again in the women's village. So after this introduction, now our rule now is to find out some things. At first, yes, the story is clear, yes? Now, look at the exercise. This is the answer. A, 2, 3. This is the answer. The second one, 4, 5, 6. This is the answer of the missing phrases. Now, the grammar. Grammar spot. Now refer to the passage. Look at the passage again, and which tense is used in these two sentences? Which verbs are regular? Which are irregular? Number one, he laughed and went to the baby. He laughed and went up to the baby. He danced and sang. So these four verbs, in which tense are they? The past simple. So these verbs, what tense is used in these two sentences? What is it? Past simple. Okay. Now, which verbs are regular? Regular. Regular means the verbs that end in ed in the past and in the past perfect. Ed, regular, normal for all the verbs. Ed, or d.
Yeah.
Which one? Yes? Laughed and danced. Yes. So laughed and danced are two verbs. What are they?
Regular.
They are regular verbs. Why? Because they end with ed. Okay. Now, which are irregular? Without ed.
Went and sang.
Went and sang. So here, no ed. No ed. So this one and this one are irregular verbs. So we have regular, irregular, normal, abnormal, happy, unhappy, essential, inessential. So we use the IR here to make what? Negative. Legal, illegal. Responsible, responsible, irresponsible. Legal, illegal. If it begins with L, we put IL. With R, IR. Or we can use this, un, in, impossible, impossible. If it begins with P, the negative is M. Possible, impossible. Polite, impolite. Regular, irregular. Responsible, irresponsible. Appear, disappear. So the IR here for the negative. And we have another words. Good, bad. Another in new words. But we say here we derive the negative from the same word. The opposite from the same word. Yes. So laughed, danced are regular verbs. Went and sang are irregular verbs. Now find more examples in the story and line them. Find more examples of the story and line them. Again. Yes, this is the first one. We want what? Example of the past simple, regular and irregular. Look here. Posted. What is it? Regular.
Beat. Beat. This adjective. Beat.
Ed. Ed. Wanted. Ed.
Wanted.
Pointed.
Jump 3.
Mhm.
And the 3.
Where? When? Which one?
The woman.
Pointed. Ah. And
لا
laughed. And when? Ah. When? What? Irregular. Here? Regular. Regular.
Said.
Yes? Now, another example. You understand? So these underlined words are verbs. Verbs in the past simple. Are they regular or irregular? If it ends with ed, regular. Without ed, irregular.
Shouted.
Yes, again.
Shouted.
Shouted,
Regular.
looked, opened, screamed, danced, screamed, sang,
Covered.
covered, stopped, listened. No, this is adjective. Adjective. So these verbs, some of them are regular, some of them are irregular. This one, regular, regular, regular. This is irregular. Irregular. Regular, the same. And we have ran. Ran, what is it? Irregular. So, these are the answers. The tense used is what?
In the
Past simple. This is the first one. Number 2. Laughed and danced
Regular.
are regular past forms. Regular. Went and sang are irregular. The irregular past forms of go and sing. Regular past forms in the story, what are they? Regular. Past forms in the story, what are? Posted, wanted, pointed, shouted, looked, opened, screamed, danced, covered, stopped, and listened. Irregular past forms in the story are what? Was and ran. In addition to sang. In addition to sang. Yes? From the sang and what? And went. Now, look at the second exercise. What are the tenses in these sentences? What is the difference in meaning? So the tense here is past simple, and here past simple. So in the first sentence, past simple and past simple. The second one, past continuous and past simple. The third one, past simple, past perfect. Past perfect. We use id for had. Sometimes id for would. How can I differentiate between had and would if it is id? The verb after id, if it was in the past participle, it is had. If it is in the present, in the infinitive, it is would. Would play, but had played. Would go, but had gone. Now, again, past simple, past continuous, past simple, past perfect. Look here. The first sentence is in the past simple. It means that he saw the baby Then he laughed. What happened?
He saw
Sequence. Sequence. He saw, then laughed. Sequence. One after the other. Now, number 2. The second sentence uses the past continuous, then the past simple. Continuous and past simple. It means that he started laughing before. He started laughing before. Did he finish? No. He started and he is still continuing. Before he saw the baby. Started laughing before and after. Haha. Next. The third sentence uses the past simple, then the past perfect. After the past simple, what? The past perfect. It means he started laughing after he saw the baby. So which is the first? So or laugh here?
laugh.
Yes. Laughing at first. Then so. Laugh, then so. But here, so, then laughed. Generally, when you are speaking about past simple, sequence. Past perfect, past simple, something happened. First, started at first, then something else happened. If I say past continuous, it means started before and after. So if we have two verbs happened in the past, someone happened first and someone happened after it. Yesterday, two verbs at 7 o'clock and at 9 o'clock. Both of them are in the passive. Both of them are in the past. But the one before the second should be in the past perfect. The past perfect means it happened before some other verb. I had seen Ali before I saw Ibrahim. It means what? I saw Ali first, then I saw Ibrahim. The first seeing for what? For whom?
Ali.
For Ali. I had seen Ali before I saw Ibrahim. But if I say I saw Ali after I had seen Ibrahim, it means I saw Ali first and then Ibrahim. When I saw Ali, he was playing. When I saw Ahmed, he was driving. He was sitting. He was watching TV. It means what? It means he started watching before seeing him. Now, find two examples of the past simple passive in the story. Past simple passive. In the story, we have just two verbs. What are they? Was taken and was taken, the passive. Why? Verb to be plus the past participle. And here, was never seen again. Was seen. Was seen. So this is in the passive. Note. Was pleased and was terrified are examples of the past participle used as an adjective, because we have past participle used as perfect verb in the perfect, present perfect or past perfect. We have past participle used as passive, as a passive. In all the passives, we have the past participle used as an adjective. So there are three: verb in the perfect, verb in the passive, adjective. So here, pleased and terrified are examples of what? Of using the past participle as an adjective. Yes. Now, we are going to discuss something new. In the first unit, we studied phonetic symbols. And now we will study 3 symbols. What are they? Ta, t, 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 and d. D and id. In English, in the regular past symbol, we use ed. Yes? This ed has 3 pronunciation. 3, not 1. They are different. It may be t, or it may be d, or it may be id. When should we pronounce it? When? Look here. If the verb ends in p, the ed is ta. The t is ta. So we have here what? The t, ed means ta. When the verb ends in p, like what?
Stop.
Like help.
Stop.
Help. And ed, helped. Helped. Not helped. No, helped.
Stop.
This is one.
Stop.
Some other one.
Stop. Stop.
S. S. If the verb is looked and danced, washed, watched, etc. Now, look here. Only with 2 verbs, with 2 endings, we pronounce the ed, id. If it is end with ta or with id. So, t plus ed, tid. D plus ed, did. So we say want, wanted, need, did, point, tid, shout, tid. So if it ends with t, ta, or da, we pronounce it id. Strong, id. So can we here choose for id? Wanted. Yes. Why? Wanted.
Shouted.
Shouted.
Boasted.
Boasted. And pointed. So, id with what? With ta and da, we pronounce it id. Wanted, needed, pointed, posted. Again, needed, pointed, needed, shouted. So we finished the weak ta and the strong id. Now here, after the other voiced or sounds, we use d with the voiced letters. Like what? Like b, z, g, د ها ج الج ال n with these we pronounce it d. And also with all the vowels, short vowels, long vowels, and diphthongs. All the vowels, all the vowels. So this is very simple. Generally, we can say this with the voiceless sound, with the voices sound, and this with TD, and this with the others, all the others, without rule, with the others. So the answer here, yes, what is it? Covered. Why? Cover, covered, covered, covered. Listen, listened. In, listened. Open. Opened. Scream. Scream. Play. Play. Blade. So all the other, except for T and D, and for P, S, K, T, K, F, Sh, Sha, we pronounce it what? Ta. Here, id. All the other, id. No, da. Covered. Listened. Opened. Screamed. Now we want you to read this aloud. Yes. Yes, the first column.
Stopped.
No.
Stopped.
Stopped.
Stopped. Locked.
Looked. Ta.
Danced.
No. Danced. Ta. And here, laughed. Again. Laughed. Stopped. Looked. Danced. Why? Ta. Yes.
Laughed, stopped, looked, danced.
Danced. Ta. Yes.
Laughed, stopped, looked, danced.
Very good. Yes. No, this one.
Laugh, stop, look, dance.
Yes. Ta. It ends with ta. Here, id. Yes. Wanted. Shouted. Boasted and pointed again. Yes.
Wanted, shouted, boasted, pointed.
Again. Yes.
Wanted, shouted, boasted, pointed.
Again. This one. Yes.
Laughed,
Laugh.
stopped,
Looked.
danced.
Thus. So this is difficult. Not difficult. Easy. But it is because ed ta. Again. Yes. Ta. And this is id. And here in the middle. So yes. Screamed. Blade. Not blade. No, blade. No. Laughed. Blade. Wanted. 3 degrees. Ta, da, and id. Now, in pairs, read them to each other. In pairs. This one, and this one, and this one. This is the answer. Work in pairs.
Listen.
Read them aloud. Aloud. Yes, enough. Now, the rules are as follows. The rules. What are the rules? Number one, pronounce the ed ending as ta. Pronounce. You should pronounce the ed ending as ta. Where? After any unvoiced consonant. After any unvoiced consonant except ta. Without ta. What are the unvoiced consonant? They are, what are they? They are pa, s, ka, fa, sha, sha, and you have also tha. Huh? Tha also. Tha. But there is no words with tha. Yes, so without it. Now, after these sounds, the unvoiced sounds, the unvoiced consonant, we call them unvoiced or voiceless. Unvoiced or voiceless, without voice. I can't hear them. You can't hear them. So if I say ed after them equals what? Ta. Okay? Laughed, stopped, looked, danced. Number two. This is one. Number two. Pronounce the ed ending as the after the voiced consonant. Not the unvoiced. Except for D. What are they? B, Z, G, Z, J, J. After these sounds, plus ed, it is d, d. Now, except the and the. So, only pronounce ed as id after the letters, not sounds, letters T and D. For example, posted. With T and with D plus ed, it is what? Id. Is it clear?
Yes.
So the pronunciation of the ed is different. Ta, da, id. Read this. Thank you. Now, just a quick look for the grammar reference, page 137. 137. Quick reference, grammar reference. Past simple. When I say past simple, past continuous, past perfect, present perfect, what do I mean? I mean four things. What are they? Positive, negative, question, and short answer. And what? And passive. How many? 5 things. So, here, the form of the past simple is the same for all persons. Positive, this one. Positive, affirmative. I, he, she, it, we, you, they, finished. What is it? Finished. Lift. What's the difference between this and this?
Regular.
Regular, irregular. Arrived.
Regular.
Arrived. Yes. So all of these past simple for all persons. Finished, left, arrived. The time reference, the keyword, yesterday at 3 o'clock, 3 weeks ago. What about the negative? So this is the positive and this is the negative. I, he, she, they, it, didn't finish, didn't leave. Yesterday at 3 o'clock. So, didn't. Here, question. 4 things. And the passive. Question. When did you finish the report? When did you get married? For all the persons. Did before the subject. Or yes, no question like this. Did you enjoy the meal? Short answer. Short answer. Yes, we did. No, we didn't. So this is very, very easy. The same as in unit 1. Now, use. The past simple is used to express what? To express a finished action in the past. Finished action in the past. We met in 2000. I went to Manchester last week. John left 2 minutes ago. So we use left, went, and met. Finished action. Something finished. Number 2, actions that follow each other in a story. Verb and another verb, then another verb. So, sequence of verbs in the past simple. So, marry, walked, stopped, listened, heard, through, saw, etc. So, Mary walked into the room and stopped. She listened carefully. She heard a noise coming from behind the curtain. She threw the curtain open, and then she saw Ali, and she gave him some money, and he, etc. Verbs following each other. This is 1, this is 2. Now, 3. A past situation or habit. Habit in the past. Habit in the past. Yes, when I was a child, we lived. Not now. In the past. Not for one time. Finished. No, not finished. Repeated action. Habit in the past. Habit in the past. We lived. Live and live and live. We lived in a small house by the sea. Every day I walked. Not once. Many times. I walked for miles on the beach with my dog. This use is often expressed with used to. So, when we express a past habit, we can use used to. I played football when I was young. I used to play football. I played football when I was young. It means I used to play football. So here, we used to live. We used to live. Why? Habit in the past. Habit in the past. With used to or with lived. We used to live in a small house. I used to walk for... So we can express this with used to. Also, the ED. The dictation of the ED. The dictation of the ED. Spelling of verb plus ED. The spelling. So we say most verbs add ED. Easily. Worked, wanted, helped, washed. When the verb ends in E, add D. If the verb has only one syllable with one vowel, one consonant, double the consonant before the ED. One, so I must make it double. One vowel and double consonant. Yes? If it is one vowel with consonant, we double it. Robbed, planned, stopped. But we write cooked. 2, not 1. 2, ed. 2 without kk, without double k. Why? Because they are 2. We have cooked, seated, moaned, because there are 2 vowels, not 1. If there's 1, double it. 2 without doubling. The consonant is not doubled if it is y or w. Played, showed. In most 2-syllable verbs, that the end consonant is doubled if the stress is on the second syllable. If the stress on the second syllable, preferred, I double the last letter. Admitted, preferred. But we write entered, visited, because stress is on the first syllable. If the stress is on the first syllable, okay. If it is in the second syllable, we double the consonant. Verbs that end in consonant plus y, change the y to ied. Carry, carried. Hurry, hurried. Bury, buried. But we write enjoyed because it ends with a vowel plus y. But consonant plus y, we change it into ied. But vowel without. And these are the simple expressions. In the past we use I met her last week, 2 days ago, yesterday morning, in 2001, in summer, when I was young. So these are key words for the past simple. Key words for the past simple. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Don't forget, inshallah, next week we will take quiz. The first quiz at the second half of the lecture. Thank you very much.